Welcome back. Shit, hold on. Much better. That was quieter. Anyways, besides that unnecessary noise, this is the first vehicle for the Legends of Wahi. It is right now being piloted by somebody I'm still kind of working on. I'll have him at a later date when I'm actually 100% happy with his design. But this is one of the first vehicles I'm going to be doing. I mean, the universe does have vehicles, all kinds of vehicles. But this is what would be considered a kind of skiff vehicle that's used for sliding over the dunes of Poha-nui, the desert planet. Let me just give you the lore for it real quick. Poha-nui is more of a blanket term and less of a name for a given skiff, as most that are made are with the salvageable scraps of Poha-nui and are mostly used as a fast but rickety way to quickly salvage more scrap for trade. So as I do the 360, I'll go a little bit more into that. So basically, these things are used for scooping up and salvaging more scrap and junk that litters Poha-nui. The place is just covered in scrap every now and then. Old, long dead civilizations and anything else that could exist is just it's all dead. There's a lot. It's more of like a desert wasteland, like you would see in the Middle East than anything else. And yeah, this is just a common sight there. In fact, most skiffs, cutters, and crawlers are known to be traversing the area along the way. There's even some dangerous creatures that swim through the loosened sand that exists. And yeah, this is one of the vehicles. Again, this will be the personal one for the the chronicler, which is a blue guy right here. And it would be used for just collecting new scrap to sell and trade, so that way that you can make an honest living off it on a planet that is just pretty much dead. Let's get into some of the details for it. I'm gonna actually remove him from his seat so you can actually see it without the obstruction, and I'll probably put him back into it. In fact, I'll keep the sticks in the same place, so I just put them back in it. Let's see. One of the things with these kind of vehicles is that they have big solar collectors, or energy collectors that are on the side. So it's able to keep itself powered, use like crystals or whatever knowledge for it. And it uses propellers like this. I may see if I can get some of those really big propellers that were first seen in, what was it? It was the Entron looking, it was the Mtron looking underwater theme, Atlantis. They had those big, humongous propellers. I hope to get some of those in the future and use stuff like that, because those are more likely what I would use for the propellers. So just imagine that for these instead of what you got here. I just don't have those pieces, so I can't really use them. I mean, I do have those blade pieces. In fact, let me get one real quick. I have it right here, kind of. It's these shuriken pieces. Focus. I might try and see if I can use these as propellers. I do have two of them in silver, so I might try and see if I can make it look like they're counter-rotating propellers. I just don't want it to look too blade-like, so I may or may not do that. I don't know. Not the point. The point is that is kind of the goal with these things, that these vehicles are on. Excuse me. All these vehicles are in different forms. This one's specifically a sand skiff, so it only functions around the sandy areas of Poha-nui. And there's ones that are called cutters, which are, if you know what a hydrofoil is, then you know what I'm talking about when I say them. They're basically boats with propellers that hydrofoil based off of those kind of physics. I made sure I even had a little space on this one. If I just look, damn it, stupid camera. Hold on, I gotta fix my camera. Damn it, this thing came loose again. My phone's so heavy it's barely able to hold on. There, that holds better. I gave it a little spot to hold some choice scraps, like there's a microphone in here and a blade and stuff like that. Just stuff you'd not want to sell, just to have with you. I go over to the other side. There is the basket that's holding all kinds of junk it's script. So basically what this thing does, that Dog's gonna have a mechanism for it. It just sits here and scrapes and sifts through the sand. Anything that's bigger than sand, it will just collect it. Everything that is sand will just slide through the grate, if you will. So yeah, that's kind of how that works. And again, it slides on 3 pontoons with some wing pieces to help it steer itself and everything. These wing elements are meant to direct the wind flow to a certain direction. It's very slow at turning, but again, these things are junky and not meant to have a kind of core style to them. Focus. Thank you. There's no core style to these designs. Any one of them could look different. This is a design I came up with for this one. I'm probably going to do a cutter next for this little guy right here. But in the meantime, let's put him back in his seat, because that's where he belongs with the dang thing. And get his feet back in their position. Come on. There we go. The controls that he uses, by the way, are the equivalency of a... Thank you. The equivalency of a fighter jet, like, control yoke and a stick shift from like a diesel vehicle. I kind of wanted to seem like he would be moving it around and everything, to where he's shifting gears to keep the speed up and everything. Have you seen how certain diesel buses drive in the highways? And you basically know what you're what I'm talking about. But if not, then pretend you do. But yeah, that's kind of the logic behind the design for the controls. God, this thing sucks at freaking focusing. Anyways, but yeah, that's the Poha-nui. Yes, I'm kind of pulling some Bionicle naming schemes into it, but that's just to kind of get that Bionicle feel still. And yeah, there's not really much to speak about these builds. They're kind of self-explanatory. You look them for long enough, you can basically get the details. I don't have to overly explain them. But yeah, I do want to revise his clothing, because I'm not liking the whole torso covering that I made for him. I'm probably going to redo it. In fact, let me get him out of his seat, and I will also cover him in his current version as well. This is basically supposed to be the chronicler. He's supposed to be a character that travels the wastes and other places of the various magnas, and he basically is just exists there until the Armada come into the picture, where he then follows them through their journey and archives their entire journey for others to know about their existence. Let me just move him over there. There we go. If I can get this out of the way so you can see him better. No, he's not a Kodan, so you can't say he's that. He's got a little more deeper lore than that. So I'm probably looking at that in the future when I'm fully happy with him. But this is what he looks like right now. Not perfect, but he gets the vibe I'm going with. But yeah, I'm going to change the torso wrappings to make it look a little bit different. I just haven't figured out how I'm going to do that yet. In other words, it would just be a shorter version of this, and just be like right where the torso is. And the bandolier just goes around. There we go. But yeah, that's the chronicler and the Poha-nui sand skiff. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good day, and goodbye.